The Spartans faced death with their eyes open. At Thermopylae, 300 warriors stood in the narrow pass. The Persian army was vast, a tidal wave of men and steel. The Spartans held their ground, their shields forming an unbreakable wall. Every hour they resisted, the empire trembled, but the numbers kept coming, endless ranks pressing forward. This was not a battle for victory, but for time. Their courage bought precious days for Greece to prepare. The midhook came with betrayal. A traitor revealed a hidden path through the mountains. The Persians would surround the defenders. The Spartans knew the end had come. Still, they did not retreat. They fought with broken spears, shattered swords, and bare hands. Each man fell, but their legend only grew stronger. The pass was lost, but their sacrifice lit a fire. Greek forces united, driven by the memory of the fallen. Months later, the Persian fleet was destroyed at Salamis. The empire's advance was broken. The Spartans showed that defiance could echo louder than conquest. Would history have changed if a few hundred warriors had surrendered instead of dying? The Mongols rode like thunder across the steppe. Their horses carried them farther and faster than any army before. They struck cities that thought themselves safe behind walls. Within days, gates fell and streets ran red. Their warriors mastered archery on horseback, loosing arrows at full gallop. No army could match their mobility. Their empire stretched from the Pacific to Europe. The midhook was their hidden advantage. They built networks of riders who carried messages at impossible speed. Commanders hundreds of miles apart moved as one. Enemies never understood how the Mongols always seemed prepared. It was intelligence, coordination, and precision that turned raids into conquest. Terror was another weapon. Survivors spread tales of cruelty, fear breaking armies before battle began. Entire regions surrendered without resistance. But conquest came at a cost. The empire expanded too far, too fast. Civil wars tore it apart. Still, their strategies shaped warfare forever. Would any kingdom have survived if the Mongols had not turned on themselves? In the deserts of North Africa, small teams changed the war. The SAS was born in the fire of World War II. They struck airfields, fuel depots, and convoys behind enemy lines. Their weapons were speed and surprise. The desert was their ally, hiding them after each strike. The midhook was their philosophy. Mobility mattered more than numbers. They proved that a few men could achieve what armies could not. Their enemies never knew where they would strike next. Airplanes burned on runways. Supplies vanished into smoke. The SAS showed that special forces could alter entire campaigns. After the war, their methods spread worldwide. Every major power built elite units in their image. From hostage rescues to counter-terrorism, their shadow loomed large. The SAS changed not just battles, but the very idea of modern warfare. What hope does any army have when the enemy is already inside its walls? Centuries earlier, another kind of force wielded power from the shadows. The assassins carved fear into the hearts of rulers. Their blades struck emperors, generals, and kings. Their fortresses rose in mountains, unreachable and hidden. No wall kept them out. No throne kept leaders safe. The midhook was their true weapon. Terror itself. They did not need to kill thousands. They only needed to make rulers feel vulnerable. Every step could be their last. Every ally could be a traitor. Enemies turned paranoid, unable to trust even their guards. The assassins controlled politics with fear alone. Armies of thousands feared an army of shadows, but empires struck back. Mongols razed their strongholds. The assassins vanished into legend, yet their legacy shaped secret warfare forever. Can any fortress truly stand when fear itself is the enemy? World War I revealed a weapon more terrible than courage could withstand. The machine gun tore apart the old ways of war. Generals still believed in charges across open fields. They ordered lines of men forward, bayonets fixed. Within minutes, hundreds lay dead. The midhook was the numbers. A single gun could fire 600 rounds a minute. Entire units were erased before reaching the enemy. Trenches became the only shield. The battlefield turned into a graveyard of mud and blood. Old strategies collapsed before endless fire. It was no longer bravery that decided victory, but firepower. Nations struggled to adapt. Tanks, planes, and new tactics emerged. But the machine gun had already changed warfare forever. When weapons grow stronger than men, who truly commands the war? Japan's warriors once ruled battlefields with unmatched skill. The samurai lived by honor, discipline, and the sword. They mastered the bow, the blade, and the art of war. For centuries, their code defined Japan. But a new weapon arrived. The midhook came with gunpowder. The musket was simple, deadly, and unstoppable. Peasants could fire volleys that broke samurai charges. The code of the warrior clashed with the age of firearms. Battles once fought with steel and honor ended in smoke and powder. The samurai adapted, but their world was ending. The sword gave way to the gun. The way of life they protected crumbled under progress. In time, the samurai disappeared, remembered only in legend. Does honor survive when technology erases the warrior's way? The Cold War birthed armies no one ever saw. Secret units trained in silence, their missions hidden. They crossed borders without notice, shaped conflicts without headlines. Their victories were erased, their defeats never admitted. The mid-hook was their battlefield. The shadows. Wars were fought in whispers, assassinations, sabotage, and espionage. Nuclear weapons threatened destruction, but secret armies prevented it. They stopped coups, stirred revolutions, and vanished into the night. History barely remembers their names, yet their work decided the fate of nations. We know the wars that were fought, but not the ones that were prevented. The balance of power rested on those who never appeared in history books. If secret armies won wars we never knew about, what other truths lie buried in silence?